So as we inch closer to the 2025 NFL draft, people keep asking whether or not Dallas will be trading Micah Parsons away. And a recent rumor just blew that out of proportion, and we're here to talk about it. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. Let's talk Micah Parsons and rewind back to when the trade rumors began. That's when Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero from NFL Network reported that the Cowboys had internal conversations about whether they should pay him or should they trade him for a quote-unquote king's ransom. Now, I'll say this right off the bat. That is proper team building. I don't have anything against the Cowboys asking themselves, should we trade Micah? Because you need to consider all options if you are operating an NFL team. And there is no denying that there is a price tag that would make it make sense. What that price tag is, I don't know. But there's a compensation package hypothetically out there that would make you want to trade Micah away. That is one thing, but it's a totally different thing to suggest the Cowboys would make a big time trade in April in which they move up to the number 1 overall pick with the Tennessee Titans. That's why Mike Florio recently laid out in an appearance with 105.3 The Fan when I said, and I quote, "I did hear yesterday, you hear all sorts of stuff, but I don't like to traffic in stuff I've heard because I don't know how accurate it is. But I did have somebody tell me that the Cowboys have talked to the Titans about moving up to number 1. Florio went on to add, now I think a lot of teams talk about moving around, and I don't know if you guys have heard that, but that is a jump, and I don't know what you would have to put into that or whether you'd have to put Micah Parsons into that package if it would go that way, but teams talk all the time." And listen, this report would be absolutely massive had it not come with this very funky clause of, I don't like to talk about this because I don't know, but I'm still going to do it, from Florio. And I got to respectfully say, that's the kind of stuff you put out there to make headlines and keep yourself in the conversation. The trade wouldn't make sense in any way you look at it. Say the Cowboys want to jump up to number 1, then you got to ask yourself, who would they be jumping for that they're willing to give up someone like Micah Parsons? Is it defensive end Abdul Carter? So you're moving away from Parsons for the hope of the mystery box turning out to give you another version of Micah? Because I've heard people be like, yeah, you can take Carter on a rookie deal and then Parsons, you don't have to pay him. But to assume that Carter is going to be a duplicate of Micah Parsons is far-fetched. Parsons is on a historic run during his first 4 years in the NFL. He's not only one of the best defenders in the NFL right now, he's on a path where he could be a Hall of Famer, first ballot, and we're only 4 years into his career. Now, some people might say, well, what if they want a quarterback? Well, then that would imply giving up Dak Prescott, and they would take a $102 million cap hit if that's the route they wanted to take. With that being said, let's say we want to stretch the hypotheticals here and we can convince ourselves, we can do enough mental gymnastics to convince ourselves that the Cowboys want to do it. Maybe it would make sense. But why are we ignoring the reality of this front office? If Mike McCarthy had agreed to a 3-year deal, he would be the head coach of the Cowboys right now. They interviewed 4 people before deciding to promote the current offensive coordinator into head coach. But they're going to trade away the number 1 pick. They're going to get rid of Micah Parsons. They're going to restart at quarterback. Yeah, right. This front office is not proactive enough to be in these sort of conversations, even if it was the correct call, which I don't think it is. So honestly, I think I know why Florio said that he doesn't like to traffic this sort of rumors around because he don't know how accurate it is. I think it's because he knows how inaccurate it is. But here at A to Z Sports Dallas, we keep it real. Hit the like button and I'll see you next week.